Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and you guys know what time it is. Time to talk about current events in the online fitness community. As many of you are aware, Jerry Ward, aka Junkie Ward, aka Teddy Two Times, has tried to take another pop shot at me. Now we're joined by Jerry's Cocoa Puff. Hey guys, it's Jerry Ward, Bio 3 Raw TV. Jason Blaha struggling to cut. I know he did a 40-pound cut last year and kept it off, and he's been slowly getting leaner and stronger this year on something called a recomp, but I don't know what that is. But if he buys my supplements, he can tear his pecs with only 300 pounds on the bar. It'd be a weak pussy like me. Get the hell off me. Let me go ahead and put on my +5 hat Speechcraft and let's talk about this. Now, ironically, discussing that, I think Jerry forgets that I am, in fact, a power lifter, not a bodybuilder. Some of you weren't aware of that. But you know what? I'm just going to flip in some of yesterday's training footage. I am slowly getting leaner. I'm not cutting. And that's what people need to remember. I've stayed at the same body weight the entire year. Okay? And also, yes, I do arms because arms are accessories to your bench press. Welcome to powerlifting. So, I dropped 40 pounds last year. The last 15 of it on between two DEXA scans, and I lost no lean mass. Lost no lean mass. 15 pounds of fat loss with no lean mass loss is an over 40 advanced lifter? Seriously? And I did it without drugs. Alright, and that's the real kicker. I wasn't on gear for that. Now, this year I haven't regained the weight. I have slowly, very slowly recompositioned, and that's my goals. Like everyone knows my stated goal. What is my goal? What have I been saying for 6 months? I want to stay just under 220, right? Because that's the weight class I need to be in, and I want to slowly gain muscle and strength and get slowly leaner in that weight class. It's just going to be ounces here and there, and it's working. Since I've started that approach, I've been doing a keto diet and my conjugate style periodization. My strength has slowly come up. I've gained a little bit of muscle, a little bit of visible muscle in certain places, and my body fat is slowly coming down ounce by ounce, and I'm doing it without any injuries. Now, by the way, guys, that training footage, I'm not tanned. I'm completely pale. Still have all my body hair. Now, obviously, I have loose skin and stuff from losing 100 pounds of body fat, but it kind of comes back to that other point. I gained 100 pounds of body fat when I was sick and in bed. So, that being said, I'm in fantastic health. My performance is improving, right? Everyone knows I do conditioning work. And a lot of people, that's kind of one of the things that they got brought up. Someone came over talking about his stuff saying, well, you know, you only do compound movements. That's why I showed you guys right there some arm work. I do a lot of single joint exercises. Yes, the basis of my training as a power lifter is what? Big, heavy compound movements, right? That's my bread and butter. It doesn't mean I don't do smaller exercises for my triceps and my hamstrings and my delts and all that stuff, doing 10 rep sets, because that's powerlifters do that. That's part of how we thicken up our weak links, right? You need your weak links to get thicker so that you can get stronger. That's part of my sport. But that being said, I'm not trying to get bodybuilder ripped, and that's the problem that Jerry needs to remember. Jerry doesn't know how to coach strength athletes. Jerry can't lift anything without getting hurt. And that's kind of the point. You have guys like Jerry who come from their world of nothing but drug abuse, from his degenerate lifestyle and degenerate subculture, and they're always getting hurt. Look what happens. These guys cut and then they regain the fat. Well, what's the point of that? That's why I'm doing a recomp. I'm not trying to cut down and then get fat again. We don't do that. That's not what strength athletes do. When we say, well, I need to get to a certain body fat to make a certain weight class, we over time work towards that. But the whole point is that we need to stay strong. We need to be able to lift heavy. We need to be able to keep deadlifting 500 plus pounds while getting leaner without getting hurt. Right? And the whole bodybuilder approach, these guys are always getting hurt, they're always getting beat up, they're always getting banged up. And guys like Jerry are a perfect example. Like, in what world would someone like Jerry think that he's qualified to tell an actual strength athlete how to lose body fat who is successfully recomping? I mean, people have noticed that. Yeah, they are noticing I am slowly recomping. And I'm not planning on getting bodybuilder cut. That's not my goal. Hopefully that's not any of your goals. If you guys are wanting to be healthy or you want to be athletes, yes, there's a certain amount of leanness you want to reach to be healthy, to be fit. For people like me who are going to compete in weight class sports, yeah, we sometimes need to reach a certain body fat to compete in that weight class sport. But you don't cut so lean that you start getting hurt, or you don't cut to a body fat that you can't stay at. And that's the difference between a bodybuilder and an athlete. An athlete has to cut to a body fat they plan on sitting at for a year straight. And we got to stay there, or we slowly work down to it. We still have to be able to perform. We still have to be able to lift heavy-ass weights or do explosive things or whatever it is that we compete in, and we have to do so without getting hurt. All right, bodybuilders, the way they approach stuff is when they're getting lean, they start ripping and tearing crap, like Jerry does all the time. He has no clue. He's not qualified to give advice to real athletes. He needs to stick to bikini girls because he can't coach himself. He can't coach himself. He can't win anything. And that's another point. You know, people will bring that up, and Jerry's trying to bring that up. I'm like, Jerry, you better look at my medals. Look at my medals hanging on my wall. The worst I ever placed, the worst you guys have seen me place at a meet since being on YouTube, qualified me for Worlds, right? Because I didn't take first place on that one. I took first place in my regional. You guys see me took a gold in regional. I took second in the overall based on Wilk score for cross class out of 100 lifters for regionals, right? And I wasn't happy with my performance. My performance sucked, but it was good enough to get me a nationals and a Euros invite. Well, at nationals I qualified for Worlds. Now I didn't place as well. I didn't win my class, but I inched my way into a Worlds invite. So from what Jerry competes in, right, what is that the equivalent of? That's the equivalent of earning a pro card. Yeah. To get invited to Worlds in my sport is the same as earning a pro card in what he competes in. He's never earned a pro card. So what's he talking about? What makes him think that he's qualified to coach me, particularly my nutrition? He can't stay lean. I don't even know what Jerry doesn't even train with in just a pair of shorts, does he? Year round. You guys see me doing for months and months on end, and I'm not even cutting. I'm training in what I train in. I'm pale. I'm hairy. Is Jerry even leaner than me? I don't know if he is. I mean, set aside my loose skin and my bit of love handle, in terms of overall body fat, is Jerry even leaner than me right now? I'm not sure if he is. You guys would have to tell me. I haven't looked. But he's damn sure smaller than me. And he's been blasting gear this year. Remember, he was on Test, Deca, and Anavar and admitted it? I haven't been. How is he smaller than me after cutting? Again, let's come back over to that point. Maybe he doesn't know that much about cutting or nutrition. He can't even hold on to his size on Test, Deca, and VAR. Well, because he keeps getting hurt. He can't even keep his size? Come on, bro. Who are you fooling? Who are you fooling? It's like I would almost like Jerry to look at that and be like, Jerry, what do you think would happen if I've been completely clean this year? Completely. I even came off TRT last year and did HCG therapy and everything afterwards. I'm not on any gear. What do you think would happen if I keep doing my current diet and I went on your Test Deca VAR stack? What do you think would happen? I mean, I'd be even bigger than you. Because I'm already stronger than you and bigger than you. And my diet's going along fine. In fact, I feel like my training and everything, the flow of everything, and the recomp, everything's dialed in. I'm like really happy with it. It's all doing good. And you know, the worst part, again, this comes back to Jerry's own demons. And I think some of it just shows kind of his wicked side. Like you guys notice, apparently he even took a pop at my dog. He took a pop at my dead dog. You know what? When Jerry's dog died, when Bruno died, I was respectful about that because I would not make fun of somebody's dead dog. I don't care if I don't like that person. You don't make fun of somebody's dead dog. That's totally not cool. It's not cool at all. In fact, I thought Bruno looked like a very sweet dog. I thought Bruno was awesome. See, there you go. But he had to take a pop at my dead dog. Wow. Wow, Jerry. I guess that shows a lot about your character as a person, Mr. Oh yeah, my Freemasonry makes me be a better man and a good character. Yeah, still it comes to making fun of people's dead dogs. And I think that kind of shows, again, what I've said in the past. You know, bodybuilding itself, hardcore bodybuilding is a degenerate, evil lifestyle. And I think you look at something like that, and I think that can really open people up to some very dark stuff. And I'm not going to get spiritual on you guys here. I'm not going to get religious. But I think that sort of lifestyle can open you up to some very, very dark stuff. And again, it led Jerry partially to his drug abuse, having been a heroin addict, a Nubain addict. That can open you up to some dark stuff. And now look where he's at now. Look at what he's into. Look at the bizarre occult stuff that Jerry has now gotten himself involved with. Right? Pretty heavy stuff. I mean, to the point to where instead when he goes to call out a video about me telling me that I need to lose fat or he wants to help me when I'm doing just fine on my own, he turns it into a way to mock somebody's dead dog and to try to pimp his useless garbage supplements. Well, I got news for you, Jerry. Over-the-counter fat burners don't work. And looking at the price tag on your garbage, somebody could just go buy Clen for less than that, which actually works. Right? That actually works. Actually works pretty decent. And it has its own interesting legal status in the United States. I'm not going to get into what that legal status is, but it's not as illegal as people think it is. Well, do your research, guys. If that stuff's cheap and it works, like why would someone use your silly garbage, useless, worthless garbage, when they could just go buy Clen if they needed to drop an extra pound or two? Again, it blows the mind. Total con man, snake oil salesman, practitioner of the dark arts, who can't even train without hurting himself. Wow. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.